Hello beautiful people, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is WiloSheby, and in this channel I share with you some of educational video, travel videos, vlogs, and my whole experience here in Poland. So if you want to find more about Poland and you're curious to study or to work or to just live in Poland, then I encourage you to join my family by subscribing to my channel and click on the notification button so you won't miss anything when I upload a new video. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for turning today's video. So in today's video we are going to discuss about, is it easy to study, work and sponsor yourself here in Poland? Yeah, is it? So if you want to find out, I encourage you to watch this video till the end. So let's jump into the video. Let's go.
Yeah. You know, even try to, nobody can match you.
Okay, so as I said, our today's topic is it possible to study, work and sponsor yourself here in Poland? Well, what is the answer? Well, since the question is it possible? Well, my answer is yes and no. So I'm going to explain why I say yes, in which scenario I say yes, and in which scenario I say no. So I'm gonna explain with three examples here, yeah? Okay, first of all, be mindful that there is inflation in Poland and the rate of inflation now is 17%. So everything went up, everything has changed since, I don't know if you applied for a school maybe or for work a few months ago. A lot has changed, and if you already calculated your budget from maybe 7 months ago, my friend, a lot has changed since now. Currently, inflation in Poland is 17%. So this means that prices has raised, rent has raises, food prices has raises, as well as other costs, as well as other prices. Yeah. Okay, let's start with yes, and I will tell you guys examples. Well, since our question is it possible to study, work and sponsor yourself here in Poland? And if it's yes, because I said my answer is yes, it's yes in the way that if you're coming to Poland to study and then maybe you have a relative here or someone you know who can accommodate you, that will save you a lot, because rent prices now is like crazy. And before you come to Poland, yeah, you should budget yourself. So before you have come to Poland, you know how much is you already know how much is your school fee, yeah? And for example, if you have already paid for your school fee maybe for a whole year, example, if you're a bachelor student or you are a master student and you have already paid for 1 year already, and you have a relative here or someone you can stay in the place, then it will be easy for you. And the budget for now, which you can come with in Poland, it's around 8,000 to 10,000 PLN. Yeah, you can come with it, and it may help you survive for a few months. It depends with your budget again. It can help you survive for 6 months to 7 months. Again, this depends with your budget, but I advise you, if you want to come to Poland, if you are planning to come to Poland and you are thinking about your budget, this is the budget for a single person, or you can come with the budget from 8,000 zloty to 10 PLN. Okay, so as I said, if you have a friend, or if you have a friend or you have a family here, you can stay with the family or relative, whatever you have. For example, I know a person who has a relative here in Poland, and she stay with her relative and she's working and she's pay her school fee. So for that is easy. But be mindful, when you come to Poland, it can be not easy to find a job just like that, yeah? So my advice is this: try to apply for a corporate job, and while waiting for a corporate job, try to do blue colors job. Example, for blue colors job, you can do factory work, you can work in factory, you can work as a babysitter, you can work even as a hairdresser, yeah, so to save up some money. Or another example, you can stay in dormitories. So in dormitory, I just asked my friend here and she told me dormitory cost from what, from 540 PLN. But I have checked also in example in Wrocław University. In Wrocław University, I'm not sure if I will be able to see this website later and share with you guys. But in Wrocław University, if you have a dormitory, this is called 20 year, I don't know, single room, it costs 900 zloty. If it's like a place which you share with 2 persons, it costs 660 zloty. So again, this depends with the university and you depend with in the city which you stay. Please be mindful that if you stay in larger city, is much more expensive than small city. Example, if you stay in Warsaw, your expenses will be extraordinarily expensive there. Yeah, like you will have to even come with a bigger budget. But yeah, so prices from dormitory here in Wrocław start from 540 PLN. And also for those who are not able or will not be able to find a dormitory, you can always rent a single room, and the single room can start from 1,000, at least here in Wrocław. I'm not sure about other city, but yeah, at least you know the budget. Yeah, it can start from 1,000 zloty, because as I said, a lot has changed and the prices went up. So every renter, every owner of the apartment, everything has raised the price. So yeah, the prices start from 1,000 zloty. You can even find something from 700 zloty, but this, it can be like outside of the city. So that is for you to decide. If you want to live outside of the city, you can track your route. If this place is like far from your school or it's near your school, yeah, or as long as you can manage. Yes. So as that said, let's jump to grocery cost. Grocery cost here in Poland, you can spend from 500 zloty. I made a video showing the prices for grocery store here in Poland, so you can go and check. So to conclude this, yes, it's possible to it's possible to study and work in Poland while sponsoring yourself. If you have family or you have a relative or a friend who can stay with here in Poland, so you will be able to you will be able to save a lot. And also you can, when you find a job, it's going to be easy for you to sponsor yourself. As well as if you manage to find a dormitory, which save a lot. Of course, like I said, dormitory cost from 540 zloty, and other university it can cost even 660. All these prices I mentioned include everything. Everything, I mean the price you pay include utilities, expenses. Yeah. So if you manage to find a place like a dormitory, or you manage to rent a room in a cheaper price, then yes, you'll be able to study, work, and sponsor yourself. For example, I have a friend who does this. The friend I was telling you guys, she's renting a single room that she pay 1,000 zloty, and her salary is around 5,000 PLN net. That is net, guys. That is net. That is net. Is like, with this salary you can totally survive here in Poland. So she pay her own school fee, and her school, she's now studying masters, and her tuition fee costs 4,000 per semester. I guess it's per semester. Yes, it's per semester, and she studied IT, I think, engineering. I'm not sure. I forgot to ask. Yes, and before she was staying in dormitory, which it was like few years ago, so she was paying around 400 zloty. If it's not 400 zloty, it's 500 zloty. And these prices include everything. And the dormitory where she was living, it was like for 2 people. So yeah, it was cheap. if I remember correctly, it was 400 zloty. So with this kind of situation, when you come to Poland, be mindful. I insist, because some people will follow me, will say, you say when I come to Poland I find a job. Be mindful that it's not easy to find a job. Sometimes it's going to be easy. I always say this, sometimes it can be easy and sometimes it cannot be easy. It depends. We can both come to Poland, and I can find a job faster, and it can take even more time to find a job. So it's always work like that. But as I mentioned, I already made the video mention 15 websites where you can apply for a job. But I always say this, while applying and waiting for corporate job, please try to do a blue colors job, like work in factory, being a babysitter, work in fish factory, whenever, working in McDonald's, in this kind of fast food delivery guy. You can be a delivery guy, you can be a delivery lady, yeah, this kind of work. Actually, I already mentioned my second scenario, because the first scenario was supposed to be living with family or relatives or friends, and second scenario was supposed to be living in dormitory or rent a room, cheapest room, yeah. So I already talked about my second scenario. So the third scenario, which come to, is not possible to study, working and sponsor yourself in a way that you are not working in Poland, you didn't find dormitory, you didn't rent a cheapest room, so you had to pay, maybe example, from 2000 PLN for rent and etc. And then you don't have a job, you haven't found a job yet, because sometimes it can be really hard. There are many students here, they study and they couldn't find a job. Or maybe you found a job, but you know this job is not enough to cover everything. For example, maybe you pay 2000 zloty for rent, yeah, the place where you are staying, you pay 2000 zloty or 1500 zloty, and then maybe your job is, so let's do calculation. So let's do calculation here. For example, maybe you are being paid, you are working in a blue collar job, yeah, or maybe even a corporate job, because there are some corporate job which they pay minimum salary. So your salary, let's say it's 3500 zloty. I need to do this because I'm not a mathematician. This fan I just bought and it's not working. How that possible? Anyways, so you are being paid 3500 zloty, yeah, and maybe your rent is 1500. Let's just say 1500. Here is 00, this is 0. Here you remain with 2000. Here you remain with 2000, yeah, can you imagine that? And then grocery is maybe 500 zloty. Wow, you remain with 1500 zloty. 1500 zloty. There you didn't buy maybe some clothes. If you need some clothes, maybe you need some trouser, you need some, just some other stuff you need, yeah. So you remain with 1500 zloty. 1500 zloty, and maybe your school fee is 4000 zloty per semester, or sometimes 5000 zloty per semester, and even more, because for me as a master student now I pay 7000 zloty per semester. Can you imagine that? So totally is with my job is impossible to sponsor myself. Impossible. Like really, it's impossible to sponsor myself with this kind of budget. So as you can see here, I mentioned, yeah, of course you may need to find a job, and even sometimes even you stay in, maybe in a, you stay in a what, you stay in a dormitory. For example, if you are staying in a dormitory, 3500, maybe you pay 660, or maybe let's go with But let's go just with this one, which I saw in University of Warsaw. I mean University of Wrocław. 660 0 4 4 5 6. Oh, me, I don't know, my brain. No, this is you are being paid 3,500. Yeah, you remain with 2,840. You remain with 2,840. Okay, glossary 500. This glossary you can even spend a little more, but let's say 500 per month. Yeah, okay, here is you remain with 2,000. You remain with 2,340. 2,340. In my opinion, with this budget, you will have to sacrifice a lot. Yeah, you will have to sacrifice. You will have to sacrifice a lot. But if you have already come with your budget, as I said before, you can come with your budget money from 8,000 to 10,000 zloty, or it can be even 7,000 zloty to 8,000 zloty. It can be lower, guys. You don't kill yourself. Then you can be able to survive. But this actually depends on how long it will take you to get the job. If it will take you longer till your budget is finished, then it will not be possible for you to sponsor yourself. But yeah, the answer here is yes and no. And I already explained in yes, if you have a place to stay which you don't have to pay rent, and you can be able to work, or sometimes you can just be able to work and save some money to be able to pay your school fee, or you can stay at dormitories, or you can rent a room cheapest way. You can rent a room which is more cheaper while having a job and be able to save so you can be able to pay for your school fee. Or it's a no, because you can actually have all of this. Example, like I said earlier, you can stay in a dormitory, you can stay in a cheapest room, and still you don't have a job. You haven't been able to find a job, or you have found a job but it's pay low for you to be able to save to pay for your school fee. So this also depends where you stay, how much you get paid, and how much is your school fee, and how much is your saving, and how much is your expenditure. So this all depends. So my answer still remain yes and no, because like I said, for example, for those people who live with their family, friends, or they live in a shared apartment and they have a job, so they can be able to save money and pay their school fee. Or sometimes you can have all of this and not be able to pay for your school fee, because again, it depends with how with the salary you are getting. For example, for my friend who is getting 5,000 net, wow, and she only pay 1,000 zloty for rent, and this include everything, include utilities and everything, and her school fee is only 4,000 so per semester, so she can be able to save a lot. She's a really budgeted person. I need to learn that from her, because for me, like spending. Yes, so I hope you have found this video helpful. If you have any question, please ask in the comment section below. Yes, so that's all for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. Please give it a thumb up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Till next time, see you guys. Bye bye.